one bale into the field and I've thrown an error code and I can't get the net wrap to deploy. Welcome back to Rolling Hills Farm. Dave here. Well, we're stopped from baling hay with rain in the forecast, so it's time to move round bales. This is our bale trailer. It hauls 10 comfortably. And we've got a lot of bales to move from a mile down the road, so we're gonna get to work. This trailer makes relatively quick work of moving the bales off the field. I only have 24 bales to move off this field because we're leaving a group here for the yearlings that are pastured over behind the barn. So 3 loads of 8 will go pretty quickly. Lightweight tractor covers the field nicely. I know a lot of people use skid steers for picking up bales, and you know, for me it's just a matter of having to get the skid steer out to these distant fields, and the tractor just moves so much more quickly on the road, and then I can just hitch onto the trailer and pull it back with the same tractor and unload. To haul during the week in the middle of the day because people are so foolish driving by us. People are impatient. They don't have any respect for farm equipment. And a big load like this, man, I can't see. There's somebody coming up behind me and I'm all over the road on these narrow gravel roads. You'd have a hard time passing me with a load this wide. So we like to push the bales in end to end so that it almost becomes like a tube of bales, and it'll keep those ends nice and green. When we pull that hay out of there this winter, those bales will look like we just put them there a day ago. Well, we're out here in our last 2 fields of hay, making our last first crop round bales for 2025. Well, you can see coming into this field, we've got really heavy windrows and a lot of hay. Neighbor Dave will be over baling shortly on the other side. So 2 balers, we're going to get a lot done today. One bale into the field and I've thrown an error code and I can't get the net wrap to deploy, so I'm going to try to manually wrap this bale and see if it works. Well, that's a lot of net wrap, but it worked. Well, let's wrap the next one and see if it works. So that's the first net wrap fail I've had in, I don't know, 300-400 bales. Certainly, well, under 300 bales, but not sure what went wrong, so I'm kind of traveling slow here. And just just making the next bale to see if it wraps automatically. And there's the full bale alarm. So now watch down in that corner and see if the net wrap starts to apply. Oh, there it goes. It worked perfectly. There's the dump alarm. So I'm not sure what that was all about, but you can see these are giant windrows that I'm picking up. I'm down a gear from what I normally travel, and full PTO speed. So I don't know what the hiccup was. That bale was perfect too. You can see it on the side mirror. Huh. Well, 3 perfect bales so far, and then the one error code. I don't know what's going on. So you see neighbor Dave is over in that section with his baler. Baling. Those are smaller windrows. That section, 5 acres, hasn't been replanted yet. Where I'm in the new seating over here, and these windrows are giant. I'm actually operating a little slower than normal. I'm down into second gear, full throttle, but second gear, and we're cranking out bales really fast. So this New Holland baler is a 4x5, an RB 450, a 2015 model, and it's equipped with the crop cutter feature, which is a series of blades right behind the pickup. You can see what they look like as it idles here. This is video I took earlier. And what these blades do is they chop up the hay into fine, small pieces. Makes for a much heavier, more densely packed bale, but also makes the hay more digestible for the cows. We find the cows will go through more hay and get more out of it with these crop cutter bales. The haying, first crop, is done, but now it's time to move bales. And as you can see behind me, Dawn's got the bale tractor and bale moving wagon, and she's starting to load up bales from one of our fields. And she's actually been hauling bales for several days now because we've got several hundred to move. Typically Dawn does this alone, but this particular field she needs help because, as you can see, there's a hilltop where the driveway comes and goes, and for just a few seconds as she pulls out of this field, she's across both lanes, and typically traffic is moving very fast on this road, and so I take the truck out and block traffic, put on my four ways, and generally people respect it. I've had times when people have zigzagged around me and tried to, I don't know, save themselves a second on the highway. And as soon as they get over the hill, they see this giant trailer full of bales, and they either swerve around her. One time a guy actually went onto the shoulder, almost into the ditch, going so fast to get to, I don't know where. It was the middle of a work day. You'd think people would have jobs. So the little blue flag she's got stuck in that bale signifies the field it came from. Every field is a different quality and a different amount and a different type of grass in many instances. We've got alfalfa, grass alfalfa mix, or Timothy grass and all-site clover. And so we want to keep track of where these bales come from, because we'll make decisions this winter feeding the cows as to which type of bales we feed. Take a look across these bales and you'll see they're all designated with different colors. And Dawn keeps a color code in the tractor. So the bales are all home now. We're done with first crop, and we've got a little gap now that we can do some maintenance work and some other projects before we start second crop and combining oats. A preview of all that very soon. Thanks for watching. We'll see you then. Timberwolf crossing right in front of me. But he's got a bad leg. He's hopping on 3 legs. Left rear